Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. It's Friday, everyone.
Hey.
Yes, it is Friday.
Yay!
Lindsay's still shuffling papers down there.
I'm trying to be super news reporter vibes. Get it together.
I was like, go to her first. She is ready.
You look like a news reporter
You needed a
immediately.
highlighter.
You know, it's the swoop. I got the news reporter swoop back, so I gotta act like it, you know?
I love it. So we're going to start today with Olympian Shaun White. I watched this last night. I'm sure a lot of you did too. His snowboarding career has come to an emotional end. Now, he did place 4th, spoilers alert, in the men's halfpipe competition last night, and he wiped away tears, appearing to say, that's it. Here's what he said about it on the Today Show.
To actually be living this moment was really emotional, and to see all my competitors here at the bottom, I mean, the kind words they had to share and the cheer of the crowd, and to realize this is last time I'm doing this. One of the competitors shared with me, he's like, you know, I've never told you this, but I used to ride your board when I first started, and I had your jacket that you always wore. You know, and it was just like, you know, come here, man.
It was really emotional to see because so many of them, they stood, all of the snowboarders at the end. He fell, unfortunately. When they came back, they all were standing and clapping, and one of them was like 10 months old when he won his first gold medal. Yeah. Like, this is incredible for them. That is the end of an era. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's incredible for them, but I don't know about for him. I mean, for him at 36, and I think this used to just
35,
be for 35, 30. Yeah, I think this used to just be for athletes. But as we kind of transition it kind of like a work gig economy, I think we're all going to have 2 or 3 kind of almost kind of full-time professions throughout our life where we do something for 10, 15 years. And reinventing yourself, like, who is Shaun White post snowboarding? What does he do? Is he a political person? Is he a goofy camera guy? Does he do skits?
Fashion?
Does he have a YouTube page? And I think him standing there crying is going to be probably a lot of us at some point like, okay, this is over. So now who is Erica? Who is Lindsay? Who is Tori?
Yeah. You know, first I wanted to ask for all of you, knowing what you know now in terms of he decided to do this last, hurrah, he came in 4th, that's probably disappointing. Do you think it's better to just do it and see what happens, or do you think it's better to exit at the very top of your game?
Well, I was mad at Michael Jordan when he did all the extra wizards and baseball stuff, but he's still Michael Jordan. And so Shaun White is the master of his craft. He said even if he came in 2nd, he would be like, I wanted to come in 1st, and he would feel that way. And so that's probably the mind of a perfectionist. He's also wrestling with the question that most people don't answer until they retire. Like you were saying, what do you want to do, and what you spent your whole life doing is completely over. And so to answer that at 35 is kind of ridiculous, especially looking at us all in our career in our 30s and 40s. It's like, okay, well, we still have a lot of growing to do. We can be the master of our destiny in this regard. He can do snowboarding all he wants leisurely, but on a high skillful level, he knows this is his really last run. So.
And I have to agree, though, and I totally know what you're saying, but I think some of those tears, I think a lot of it was just emotional that this was over. But to fall for Shaun White after Pyeongchang, and he did those 2 1440s, which he had never tried in practice ever, and winning the gold, I heard him say on the TV thing, because the boom mic was out, I really wanted it. I wonder if he was disappointed that...
Well, I mean, you have to, anytime you're performing at that level, you're not strapped there to be 4th.
Right.
You're there to be number 1.
Yeah.
So there has to be a level of disappointment, but there also has to be a level of pride too, because he is the GOAT.
Yeah.
To have the ones who are finishing in higher levels than you being like, you were the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, that is probably more meaningful, not maybe in this moment, but in the legacy moment than anything else.
Yes, I totally agree with you. Just so you know, he's appeared in 5 Olympics. He's a 3-time Olympic gold medalist, 15 times X Games gold medalist. He also had 2 open heart surgeries after a defect before he was 1 year old.
Wow.
We love you, Shaun. Love you.
What a pioneer.
Right? Amazing. We're days away from the big game on Sunday. It's a football game. And we've got some stats to share. The average ticket cost this year is nearly $10 grand. On average, hotel prices in LA are around $340 a night.
So regular weekend.
Yeah, I'm about to say that looks cheap to me.
That's not that bad.
That must be Ramada Inn.
And attendees will spend about $250 a day. Speaking of money, let's preview some of the high-priced Super Bowl ads. To start, check out a few that are bringing back some movies from the past. Nostalgia.
Scott, you just don't get it, do you?
What? What don't I get?
You don't get it.
Oh, we're right back.
And you're never gonna get it.
You can't draw me into these little.
You don't get it.
You act like a child.
Here it is. You don't
I
get
am
it.
an adult. You can't push my buttons anymore.
Stop! Oh! We'll reduce our carbon footprint.
Whatever. Okay, let's go. We're going all electric.
That's funny,
That's
right?
cool.
That's cool. Anyone have a problem with any of that?
Oh, I don't know if anybody could have a problem with it.
People
have a problem with everything, so I'm sure there's a problem.
Yeah, people can't have a problem with everything. All right, we all like that.
No, I liked it, but you keep seeing these recurring themes, and almost when we watched the Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd one, everything is nostalgia.
Yep,
Remember when we
right.
used to remember? Because that's where you get when you were young. Look at the halftime
Look at the halftime show. I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
But also, we
Everything
had
is
like
like-
a really rough couple of years, so anything
Yes.
nostalgic is really
Totally right.
hitting a tone with the most people because
right.
we want to get back to the good old times.
We do. Up
For
next,
sure.
big name celebs are starring in a number of ads. Some of them look hilarious. Others, well, we'll let you be the judge. Let's start with this one.
Fun. Robot vacuum. I see your 4K smart TV.
Do you?
And I race you. The cashback I got from buying all this with Rakuten.
She's never been sharper.
This basketball star married himself in 1996.
Who is Dennis Rodman?
Correct.
Son of a... She's sleeping better than ever, which the paparazzi aren't thrilled about.
I miss Lizzie.
She's even more productive, trading DUIs for DIY.
Everything okay out there, baby?
Little Peggy, a little walk, huh?
I figure you could use a little pick-me-up.
All electric?
All electric.
It's like she can read your mind. Your mind. I love that we get to sleep in. Ordering fresh mint mouthwash. Extra strength.
Funny, a lot of them electric vehicles. Did you see that was like the thing?
I thought you were definitely going to comment on the Rakuten since you're like the most top user, or that's even the way to say it. Like, it's the
so
service
smart.
of getting money back.
Yeah, that's her Mary Kay. Like she was saying, you should be on Rakuten.
It's a really good
skip
service.
over that.
You're losing money.
Tell
if you are
everybody
using-
about it.
All right, instead of Googling, let's say Sephora a lipstick, you put your Sephora lipstick in Rakuten's Google search bar, and it goes to it, and immediately you just whatever, and you get money back every time.
Well, if there's a deal,
Correct.
like
but
there's like a
lot of
percentage
deals.
off or whatever.
Like, yeah. So I think that was I like.
It's
that
not
there's
just any product is cheaper because they said it is.
No, but you get a cash back from a certain amount. It tells you 10%, 1%. So it's a good ad. I don't know how to say it though. Still.
I think that's enough. They're not paying.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was like good advertising.
What'd you guys think of them?
The Alexa thing still freaks me out. Like, I know a lot of smart homes like get on board, but I also probably was the last of my friends to get an iPhone. Never did the touch screen thing, so it can take my fingerprint. I hate Siri a little bit until recently when I needed to say something. So this is all like, okay, I got to get with the program, but reading my mind is too much.
See, I'm on the direct opposite. Alexa rules my life. Like, we had a hiccup and something like went off skew, and I was like, can we turn the bedroom lights off? Is it possible? Like, I don't even know. I don't
There's
know.
a switch right there. That's so good.
I didn't know Lindsay was such a tech
Yeah, it's
phone.
really, it's crazy.
Interesting.
I would prefer a BlackBerry. I know you think I'm a grandma, but I would prefer a BlackBerry so I can type emails properly like I used to.
Wow.
Interns get up and quit.
Old lady music coming up on DBL. We're continuing to talk about the big game and, of course, the halftime show. We've got some of the crazy bets being placed on this year's performance and our interview with Mira Sorvino, what she has to say about Harvey Weinstein trying to overturn his convictions.
Closed captioning provided by
Live next week on DBL. Hootie and the Blowfish frontman Darius Rucker joins us live. Lifestyle expert Kim Douglas will be here live as holistic plastic surgeon Dr. Yoon is back all next week, only on DBL.
The sidekick. We're talking about how Lindsay is a technophobe, apparently.
I would prefer a BlackBerry Classic.
Marquita says she still has her old BlackBerry.
Wow, do you use it?
I have every phone I've ever
Really?
Yeah, I still have it.
I'm scared that somebody's gonna find them and see all the things that I said, like to ex-boyfriends and whatnot, that I would never.
Oh my gosh!
Like, oh, it's childish. Just ignore that if you found my old BlackBerry.
I keep all my phones. I keep my computers. Apparently, Apple has a buyback program, and my husband was able to like return his and get like a substantial amount of money for it back to put towards a new computer. And I just got a new computer. I refused to hand over my old.
Good for you. Well, there's like a nostalgia, like you end up in. I buy old cameras. Because I have a production company, so I buy old cameras to like put around the house as decoration. Like ones from like 1900s and whatever I can find in pawn shops. So these computers, one of these days, are going to be like really nostalgic. These laptops, and I'm going to have it like.
iMac, have you seen that?
Those old school iMacs. Are like, yes. You can use them, but they're not.
The ones where you can see the wires in the back of it?
You know,
like,
Steve Jobs,
pretty cool, like
he
first
went,
college computers.
Steve Jobs went to a jelly bean factory and was like, I want these colors for my iMac. So they were like that orange and blue.
Right.
And then he said to his mom, what would make a computer? His mom was like technophobic. What would make a computer when you open it? Like, remember Steve Jobs was big on what happened when you open the box? She was like, I don't know, like a handle. So if you guys remember, there was like a handle on the iMac for no other reason other than you could just like,
take it out.
And older people would feel comfortable. Yeah, and you could just take it out that way instead of it being, and it felt more like, he was so psychological about the parts of everything.
Look, for somebody like me, that is good. I buy stuff based on emotion most of the time.
That's what he
like,
said.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Like,
What was the Samsung
not like,
phone
well, it has
that
to
had
work
like
too.
a really thick antenna, but it was short, almost like a bulldog's tail?
Welcome back. Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, and Dr. Dre are all promising a groundbreaking halftime show on Sunday. At a press conference yesterday, Dr. Dre said fans can expect a few surprises. What? Watch.
So there will be surprises.
Absolutely. There won't be any wardrobe malfunctions, though, if that's what
Snoop,
you're
you so silly.
Snoop, I'm gonna need you to keep your shirt on, all right?
I may not.
No, I had to talk Snoop and Eminem out of pulling their out.
Whoa!
It's just
Things took a turn.
especially Eminem.
I love that. All right, this will be the first halftime show ever to be headlined by hip-hop artists. Dr. Dre said it's been a long time coming. Take a look.
Hip hop is the biggest music, the biggest genre of music on the planet right now. So it's crazy that it took all of this and all of this time for us to be recognized.
We got some yeahs in the studio over here. First of all, talk about that and also talk about Jay-Z being the producer. Does that help create what's actually like what people are listening to now?
You guys know what I was really surprised about, if y'all want to get into this?
What?
It showed me culturally the shift that's happened, that there hasn't been this huge pushback. I thought this was going to be hamster food for Fox News. The gangster rappers are bringing marijuana to America's living room, and they're going to be dancing in front of our daughters. And no one's saying anything because it's that embedded in the culture that you would look insane if you didn't like Dr. Dre. He's just a billionaire mogul at this point that happened to have some songs years ago.
Yeah, you know, the reason why is because a mirror has been held up to us all, whether we want to admit it or not. Like Dr. Dre said that hip hop is the biggest genre in the country right now. Okay, but hip hop has always been the biggest genre in every stadium and arena, period, point blank. From the moment that you walk in to the moment that players are in the locker room.
Walked into a arena.
I know I've spent a lot of times in arenas and stadiums, and the number one genre that's played during halftime or played during breaks or timeouts is hip hop. So the idea that it's always been embedded and literally bleeding into every seat in every stadium and arena in this country since hip hop was invented, it's just comical that we're now saying, okay, well now you can have a front seat.
I've never thought about it. You're absolutely right. Lindsay, what did you think?
No, I agree. I was surprised when Dr. Dre said that. I'm like, I know it's the best music right now or the biggest platform right now, but you know, like it's been
for a
so
long time.
I agree with everything that you guys said.
Yeah, wow. I hadn't thought about that. Thank you, Erica. Speaking of the big game, there'll also be a lot of betting. There's spreads and odds and things I don't understand. 31.5 million Americans plan to bet on this year's game with an estimated $7.6 billion on the line. We thought it'd be fun to take a look at some of the more unusual things, though, that people can wager on this year. For example, you can bet if there will be a wardrobe malfunction on stage. Bless you, Miss Erica.
Thank you.
During the halftime show, Dr. Dre might have given the answer away earlier. You can also bet on the color of Snoop Dogg's shoes and whether he will smoke on stage. I will take that bet.
Yeah,
I will say yes.
You can bet on it.
Blue and yes.
Especially because so good, Lindsay. You can put money down on the color of the Gatorade that's dumped on the winning coach. We used to put this on our prop bets. Heads or tails. You can also place a 50-50 bet on the opening coin toss. And this is one we've all been debating. You can bet on the first song to kick off the halftime show. I want that song to play behind me wherever I go.
Oh, yeah.
I feel so cool when I say it, and he's like, in the city. So what do you all think? I'll go around the horn. The first song. Stop it, Jeff. Don't laugh.
I think it has to be Drop It Like It's Hot. That's Snoop. I'm not even going to try
Who
to
sings Drop It Like It's Hot?
Snoop Dogg, Drop It Like It's Hot. Drop It Like. Or Mary J. Blige, if she's first, then that dancery song that I don't know the words to what she's really saying, but let's get it crunk up on the.
Don't sing anymore.
I'm going to have to refute that. I think we are going to hear Still Dre. Just that piano
What
when
is
it
that
starts
song?
playing. Are you telling me that the
Jay-Z
halftime show is
that song.
The halftime show is.
Wait, what song is it? To explain it. Sing it.
I don't know if I can. Lindsay, can you do it?
No, but I'm the worst at this. I don't know why you're asking me. It's like,
Yeah.
Just look up Still Dre. Jay-Z produces, so that's a high likelihood.
Yeah,
what
so
about you
that's
two?
the one I'm going with.
I think it's obvious that it's going to be California Love.
I think so too.
First of all,
you're in LA.
Hologram.
Wait, no, Dr. Dre.
But Tupac's on that song too.
Okay, but still, Dr. Dre, like, who is there? I mean, but
Erica,
also, it's, like with Tupac though, like I don't know if I really don't believe they're going to bring out a Tupac hologram. However, Tupac is there, like he is a part of the soul of this entire thing, and the fact that it's in LA, you know, we're talking very much. I mean, it's not totally all West Coast, but there's a true West Coast feel to this. It's California Love.
Dun dun dun. Ooh, I love it. We'll be right back.
Bum, bum, after Erica, that was a good one.
It was a good one. Yours stinks. We'll be right back.
It's a time-honored tradition to see the winning team at the Super Bowl put on a hat or a shirt to proclaim their victory. It's all made days in advance so players and fans can wear it right away. Verified viewer Ross texted us to ask, does the NFL donate the losing team's merchandise? So Ross, let's verify. Our sources are nonprofits Good 360 and World Vision. World Vision used to partner with the NFL until the mid-2010s and explained in a blog post that the NFL pre-prints 300 shirts and hats for both teams of the Super Bowl. Retailers in each team's home market also place orders for merchandise. Here's one proclaiming the Patriots the winners in 2008, but the Giants actually won that year. When a team loses, the apparel is shipped from stores to Good 360, which distributes thousands of items to nonprofits in pre-approved countries in Africa, Asia, Eastern Europe, and the Middle East.
We work with the NFL for about 8 years now, and we make sure that those goods are handled in a way that will drive social impact, but also protect the NFL brand and the brands of the teams that are involved.
Good 360 says it works with verified partners to ensure the items are really needed, such as sending sweatshirts to cold climate areas while also trying not to harm the local economy.
For example, if a region relies on a textile industry to provide local jobs and also income through the commerce that comes from that industry, we want to be really sensitive to that.
So we can verify it's true. The NFL does donate the losing team's merchandise. Good 360 says it has also handled apparel from the losing teams in the AFC and NFC championship, and has partnered with other sports like Major League Baseball to donate apparel from the losing team of the World Series. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
She's an Academy Award-winning actress who was allegedly blacklisted by Harvey Weinstein after she refused his advances. But with the truth comes a resurgence of her career, including a new horror show. Earlier, we spoke with Mira Sorvino. Take a look.
Please welcome back to the show Academy Award-winning actress Mira Sorvino. Yes, Mira, thank you for joining us. So a couple of weeks ago, I was really moved when you posted a very sweet photo of you and your dad, the amazing Paul Sorvino, saying that you missed him. Every morning I wake up missing my father. Has COVID changed how much you get to see each other?
Yes, it's been really terrible. I have not seen him for over a year.
Oh. Wow.
So it's been really, really bad, and I miss him with all my heart, and I'm really hoping that's going to change soon.
Yeah, I hope so for you. We all can relate to a degree. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Mira, you know, you did a very open and honest interview with Vanity Fair recently, and you talked about Harvey Weinstein. Now, he's currently appealing his convictions. Do you have any concern that justice might be overturned?
Look, anything's possible because we just saw it happen with Bill Cosby, but I don't think so because the preponderance of evidence, the preponderance of witnesses, victims of his who have come forward, I mean, it's unprecedented, and I don't think he'll be able to wiggle out of it. I think that it's been established that he is a serial rapist and a very, very bad, horrible individual who's really messed up a lot of lives.
Absolutely. All right, Mira, let's get into your latest project now, Shining Vale. Some people on social media are calling it Scream meets Twin Peaks. Now, is that an accurate description?
I hadn't heard that. Look, we've got Sherilyn Fenn in it, who was in, I believe, the original Twin Peaks. Maybe, I think it goes back a little earlier in terms of genres. Like, look, literally the name Shining Vale. The Shining. Right. We live on Elm Street. My name is Rosemary, like Rosemary's Baby. Like, we have tips of the hat to all the classic, late 20th century horror. And my character, Rosemary, is from the 50s. She was a housewife in the 50s, and she is a spirit ghost, muse, whatever you want to call her, who comes to kind of haunt Courtney. Courtney's the only one who can see her. Courtney has her character, Pat, who's a writer. And I think there's a lot of that sort of old-fashioned Hitchcockian feeling to it as well.
Ooh. Do you believe yourself in supernaturals?
Ooh, good question.
As Isaac Bashevis Singer said when he was asked, Mr. Singer, you write often about Divots and ghosts in your books. Do you believe in them? He said, I don't know if I believe in them, but I'm afraid of them.
Good answer.
It's that when you're in the basement and lights go out, you run, but really nothing's down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I believe in respecting the idea, even if you don't believe. I'm going to give my respect.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly. You want them to leave you alone. Now, you mentioned Courtney, as in Courtney Cox, your co-star. How do your two characters interact on the show?
She has come to the country they bought this big giant house on Elm Street, and I kind of meet her in the attic or in the basement or, all these kind of the closet, all these sort of hidden places in the house, and try and encourage her to come out of her shell, live a little, be daring, let's take this shot, even though she's been sober for 17 years.
Oh, wow.
Let's go crazy is my admonition to her. Let's go crazy.
What a cast. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see you play this part. Season 1 of Shining Vale will stream on Starz starting on March 6th. Mira, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. We hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Ready?
The Kardashians are keeping up with their press, plus 2 male rappers are being exposed, no cap. All of this in this week's What Erica's Watching. Okay, first, although The Kardashians has yet to premiere, the trailer for the new reality show dropped and it's already causing some controversy. Their use of Nina Simone's song, Feeling Good, which is a banger, is being called cultural appropriation in the comments.
It's a new life for me, It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and a
Now, my take is it just happens to be Black History Month, so we really are trying to take ownership over what is ours. But in the eyes of Kris Jenner, there is no such thing as bad press, so I guess they're still feeling good. So next, Nelly's apologizing for accidentally sharing the video of him in the middle of a sex act. Now it leaves little to the imagination, and some say it was a deliberate thirst trap that simply went south because of all of the shady comments. And although we've yet to hear about a Yeezy sex tape, eye-raising details about Kanye's package was revealed in yesterday's episode of The Real Housewives of Miami. And housewife Adriana did not hesitate to say she enjoyed getting more than an eyeful.
Oh. What the is Adriana talking about? I'm not bringing up your friends, so maybe you shouldn't bring up my friends. He's a public figure. Everyone in my life is a public figure.
Now, it's getting pretty messy out here in these reality TV streets, and these intimate details that are constantly being leaked are really going to give TMZ a run for their money. But in the meantime, keep up the algorithm, folks. Now, finally, Monica shared a text message with her mom teaching her how to use the trendy term no cap, which, just so you know, pretty much means not false or simply true. And the example the singer gave was priceless. She texted, "Mom, if someone says Monica can't sing, that's when you say cap, which clearly means false. No cap." Now, I'm just gonna talk to my mother really quickly so y'all can listen in. Mom, if you're watching, let's just stick to true or false, because the way you mess up slang, I don't need a hat or no hat situation. We just need to keep it clean, okay? Now, share with me anything that catches your eye by using the hashtag DBLEricaWatch, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. We want to give an enormous shout out to Lindsey Granger's grandmother, Lucille, who turns 106 years young on Sunday. And she is sharing some great life advice. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lucille.
Just because you get disappointed in life, you don't have to fall. You can go forward. Don't give up on yourself.
Oh, man.
I wasn't ready. I know.
I wasn't ready for that.
I love her so much. Happy birthday, Nana. I mean, it's just a blessing to have her in my life.
Oh, my God.
Happy birthday, Nana.
Wow. We'll see you Monday, guys. Bless her heart. Wow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
What a cutie. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. That
Miss
was...
Lucille.